What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Hope you've had a great week. Glad you can make it. Happy Friday. Today's video we're going to talk about these are some common questions that I've either been asked or some people on my agent team, my circle of agents have been asked about being a realtor. And these are the most common questions that seem to pop up when we discuss things that people ask us about becoming a realtor. So I thought that, make a little video here, a little Q&A, a little question and answer video. If you see my eyes wander, it's because I have the questions written down. My answer is going to be completely organic and completely just me, no notes on that. But as far as the questions, I'm going to be looking at the questions that I got from the realtors that are in my circle, and just questions I've been asked a lot personally. So first and foremost, the first thing that a lot of people ask is, what exactly does a realtor's license allow you to do? Of course, it allows you to sell homes, list homes, but you're also allowed to help people with leases, and you're also allowed to be a property manager. So if you have somebody who owns a building with rentals in there and they need their rent collected, they need electricity paid, whatever the case may be, they need repairs looked at, you have to have a real estate license to do that. And then, of course, in the long term, after you've had your license for 3 years, you can also go to school to become a broker and open your own office as well. But again, you have to have at least 3 years of being a licensed realtor, and then you have to go back to school and pass the real estate exam for being a broker. So those are the things that having a license allows you to do. The next question is, how much do you work really? Because I know I post on here a lot in my videos about being able to have my own schedule, saying no to things if I don't want to do it, whatever the case may be. Is for those of you who know me by now, you should know that I do this to pay the bills while I'm coaching basketball. And coaching basketball is my dream. Coaching basketball is my passion. That's my first love. That's my first priority. And real estate allows me to do that, to still make enough money to support myself, keep a roof over my head, but then also set my own schedule because I'm my own boss. So, while typically during basketball season, I'm not doing anything later in the day because I have practices or games. And then on Saturdays, I usually have practice or maybe a game. So those days are usually kind of booked, and I usually don't take anything. But as far as real estate goes, it really depends on how successful you want to be. And this kind of bleeds into my next question. But the more time you put into it, the more successful you're going to be. The more people you talk to, the more times you hand out your cards, doing your videos, taking time to do videos, taking time to do your social media page, taking time to go out and talk to people, renting booths. So it could be as much as you want. It could be 80 to 100 hours. And there's a lot of people that just do it part-time and just do it to sell homes to their family or friends, and allow them to help their family and friends, but also allow them to make some money off of it as well. So it really is just as much as you put into it. I don't have a clock in though, I will tell you that. Typically, I've texted or called clients as late as 11 on a weekday, and I've also worked early weekends, getting up at 7 o'clock and working out after the gym and going right to showing. So it deviates a little bit. It's as much as you want to work or not work. That's the beauty of it. And again, for me, obviously this isn't going to be the same for everybody, but for me, it just allows me to work around my basketball, but it doesn't mean that I don't put in a lot of hours. Next question is it hard to succeed? And like I said, this kind of bleeds into the last question a little bit, is you get what you put in. At the end of the day, the more time and energy you put in, the more, there's no secret to success in real estate. It's hard work, it's dedication, it's having a business plan that works for you, your strengths, because not everybody's a great talker. I'm honestly not a great talker, that's the truth. I don't like public speaking. I'm not a big time public speaker. But I'm going to be, my business is going to grow based on social media and based on referrals from my clients doing a great job for each individual client, and then they're going to refer me for life. And that's how I'm going to build the book of my business. But my team leader, he's one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest salesmen I've ever met. He could sell, ice to an Eskimo, salt to a slug, whatever you want to say. And he goes out there, he hands out his cards. He hands out 10, 15 cards a day minimum. He goes out, he sits at Starbucks, he just starts random conversations with people. And again, it's all about how much you put into it. You can, with real estate, like I said, you can do it as a side job where you're working 10, 15 hours a week, maybe even less, where you're just selling to friends and family, or you could be all in and go 80, 100 hours. You get what you put into it at the end of the day. It's not hard to be successful as a realtor, but again, it's all about what you put into it. And your success is going to show what you are actually putting into it. You can tell people you're doing everything, but at the end of the day, the success is going to tell you if you're actually putting stuff in. The next up is, what kind of education do you need to have? At the end of the day, it's not that hard. Obviously, you have to go take a class, take a course for real estate, and every state's different, but you take a seated course, and then you have to pass the state exam. But as far as, schooling goes, you only need a high school diploma. That's all you need. You don't need college education to be a realtor. And the final question we're going to end is earning potential. And again, this kind of bleeds into the last couple questions ago, is your earning potential is unlimited depending on your commission split and the brokerage you're at and how much work you put into it. So, a lot of young agents, they struggle early because you're planting the seeds. You have to plant the seeds, you wait for them to grow. When you first get into it, a lot of agents only sell about 1 to 3. A lot of new agents sell about 1 to 3 houses a year in their first year. And it's really hard growing. You have a ton of fees to start with. The startup fees is somewhere between $500 to $1,000, again, depending on your brokerage and whatever their startup fees are. And, it's hard. It's your earning potential. Commission split is a big thing. At EXP, you start 70-30, and then after you sell 3 homes, you're at 80-20, which is a very, very high commission split. Some of the best realtors, in the world are working in that 80 to 20 range, or even 100% if they've capped, or if they have a really, really good commission split. But most new realtors are starting in the 40% range or the 50% range. So I'm with EXP because I think you work too hard. Real estate's hard. There's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of upkeep to do on every deal. You work too hard for your money. I'm not about giving other people money in their pockets. I want as much as I can possibly get. So the 80-20 split, basically starting right off the get-go after your first 3 deals, was a big allure to me, because you spend a lot of time and energy making your own business. I'm not giving money away to other people. It's just not what I'm going to do. So that's what it is. Those are the top questions that I get, or the people in my real estate circle get, about being a realtor, about being a licensed real estate agent. If you're interested in starting a career in real estate, please reach out. I can talk to you more individually if you have a specific question I did not answer. My number is right up there at the top, 302-682-8820. As always, have a great week. I hope, the weekend's right here. Let's have a great weekend. I'll see you bright and early Monday morning. Thank you.